Every pregnancy needs utmost care and attention. But certain pregnancies need a little extra attention. An Rh negative mother carrying an Rh positive baby is at increased risk of complications. BSV is at the forefront to ensure safe delivery in every Rh negative pregnancy.
Welcome Marizanne to Beyond the Boundary. It's been the last 12 months have been really special. You've won the 100. You've won the WBBL. Is it time that Marizanne Kapp now lifts that World Cup trophy?
Well, that would be wonderful. That's the ultimate goal. But yeah, look, it's a lot of hard work still ahead. But look, if we get there, hopefully that will be.
So yeah, what and how are your World Cup preparations going on?
Obviously, it's been a bit up and down with the news that Dane won't be there. Obviously, missing out on his skill is massive, but I think captaincy is for me personally the thing I'm going to miss the most because she's such a good leader. But in saying that, the squad has been, this specific World Cup is something we've been working towards for the past 4 or 5 years. A lot of our senior players, we are at the peak of our game now. So yeah, it's something we've been working very hard towards. It will be difficult, as is any World Cup, but I definitely think we have the players to get the job done.
And let's come down to that 2017 World Cup. You told that you were a lot young. The entire group was a lot young. A lot of these players who were going to play this year did not even make their debuts that time. But that particular loss in 2017, there is a photo of Dane van Niekerk sitting down and Catherine Brandt consoling her. From that particular loss to this World Cup, first take us down to that 2017 you played that particular time and now to 2022.
You have to mention something like resources. I think England and Australia has always been ahead of all the other playing countries because of the resources, facilities, coaching that they received. And I think now that teams like ourselves have been, how many contracts do we have now? I think they just gave out some provincial contracts as well. So things like that helps the girls to train a lot harder, to be a bit more professional. And I think that's the only thing we ever lacked. If we were given this 15 years ago, who knows where we would have been now. So I'm really proud of the girls in our team, of what we have achieved with what we have gotten. But luckily now, I think our performance speaks for ourselves with the backing of Momentum and CSA. Now finally the girls can just focus on cricket. And yeah, in saying that, I think that 2017 World Cup and then the leagues thereafter that followed for some of our players, it just gave them a lot of confidence to back themselves a bit more. And because now you see, because when I grew up, you would kind of idolize the Australias, the Englands, those teams. But now when you play, it's just as good. Now that you get the same resources, you see you're just as good as them. If not some of our players even better. So yeah, really excited for this World Cup. I think, like I said, we've grown a lot individually and as a team. And hopefully our performances speaks for itself.
From that 2017 loss, there is a huge loss now with Dane being ruled out of that World Cup. How big a loss is that particular thing as a player, as a captain?
Yes, I'm not going to lie. For me personally, it's a massive loss. Like I told you, you don't even think of a skill, you just think of a captaincy. We've seen in the 100, I believe we won that just because of her captaincy, and then her performances. She always leads from the front. I've always said Dane, when Dane pulls on the South African jersey, she's just a different player. And so she will really be missed. I'm not going to lie. But I feel like there's enough of us seniors left that hopefully, in tournaments like this, you need your seniors to perform, and hopefully we can pick up our hands and perform and make Tanaya and our country proud.
Yeah, and my next question was going to be the same, that with that particular loss, your responsibility as a senior player increases as an on-field leader, as to perform even in these conditions, and a lot many more.
Yes, definitely. I'm not gonna lie, it puts a bit more pressure on you. Like I feel the pressure already, and I'm not even at the World Cup. But in saying that, I mean, I've been playing for long enough. I think I've been playing for 12, 13 years. So over the years, you have learned to deal with different situations, and this is just one of them. Yes, it's going to be hard, but I think mentally we're strong enough, and if everyone just backs themselves and play to 80% of their ability, we'll have a very good World Cup.
Coming to this particular World Cup, a new captain is announced. Sune Luus is going to lead the side. And at the same time, Sune has led the side in the last 2.5, 3 years. Whenever Dane has been unavailable, be it the India series or a few other series. What's your take on her as a leader, a youngster, when there are so many senior leaders in the team already?
I think she's done well. In saying that, I think because we have so many seniors, how many players do we have that's played over 100 ODIs for their country? I think that's the key to her doing so well. We have a lot of seniors, players helping, giving their input, and we are a side that is settled. We've been playing together for quite a few years. Yes, here and there we made changes, but I think the core group has been the same. So luckily that has really helped us in the absence of Dane. And hopefully, like I said, this World Cup, we can do the same thing.
And the idea of a World Cup, maiden World Cup win, what does that fascinate you, and how do you see that particular thing in New Zealand?
Well, ultimately, it's any cricketer's dream to win a World Cup. I was so disappointed when I couldn't play in that semi-final in Australia. I remember telling my coach, just get me to that World Cup semi-final and final, because it's especially two grounds where I usually bowl well at. So I think the key for us is just to perform really well throughout the group stages, because I know if we get to the semi-final and final, we'll put up a good fight. Like I said, the core group of players will be there. We've been playing together for quite a few years, so I think now is definitely our time. But in saying that, it is a world event. It will be tough, and we have to perform.
You have to perform, definitely. You will do that. All the best, Marizanne, for the West Indies series, for the World Cup. Hope you do well, and hope South Africa lifts that particular cup at the end of it. All. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.